Alright guys, I got my Mamba Monster 2 Retro in. This is the ESC that I'm going to put in the Vendetta, so we can run it hopefully up to and over 100 miles an hour. I've never done any soldering on camera, but I did have somebody, Michael, request that I did. I'm no pro at it, guys, but I have taught myself kind of out of necessity because I don't have hobby shops close to me and things of that nature. So I do the best that I can with what I got, and we're going to give it a shot here on camera. I got everything ready. We're going to put some heat on here, see if we can get it soldered up. So it's pretty straightforward once you kind of just let it do what it's gonna do. What that did, guys. Alright guys, kind of the same deal on this side. I'm gonna put a little heat through the wire here. Get some solder on it. The wire will start soaking up the solder, and you can push it up on the top here. Once the heat transfer is good enough, it'll start getting it hot enough to soak it through from the top. Just like so. All right, well, let me get this set to do the other side, and we'll be right back, guys. All right guys, we got that dude on there. We're gonna tin that. We'll put a little pressure right here, get the solder melting, and we'll just add a little bit more. Alright guys, so I had a little mishap with I don't want to unsolder this, so we're going to do it like this and see if this works. Just going to add some shrink tubing here. So as you can see, what I did is I didn't put the cap on the red wire when I soldered it, so that's alright. Some shrink tubing, and it should be good to go. We'll get this dude in the Vendetta, and hopefully we'll make him run quickly. Alright guys, just got finished soldering the connector on to the Monster 2 Retro. We're going to take the ESC. I had the 4S ESC in the Vendetta here, guys, and see if we could get it any faster, and it really didn't go any faster, not much anyway. And so I was kind of turned on to that ESC from K-Bash. So I pulled the trigger and ordered one of them, and it came in, and I really haven't been working on much. I've relegated myself to this dirty workbench over here because I've got our Arrma 787 tore apart on my normal little work surface where I usually film at. So we're gonna do it over here. This might be the only car I've got today that I might be able to get out and make a run with. So we'll get it out of here and see if we can get it back together in time to make a run. And I think while I'm at it, I want to hook the radio link up to it, take it over to one of my little shorter roads over here and do some testing with it. I'm not going to try to break 100 with it on that road, but make sure that all my soldering works good and stuff like that. Make sure the radio's worked out. So I'll throw in the R7 FG receiver here, and we'll get this dude back on the road. Don't know how much these 11s, these tires can take, so we'll have to figure that out, guys. Hopefully I don't blow them up, but if you put any, it's got 14mm hexes on it, so if you do anything crazy with it, you're not able to get tires that have the 14mm hex. And if you go to a 17, the tires are too big for the body and you have to cut. And right now I don't want to cut the body. Like I was saying before, I really like the car, and it you can't just go on to Jenny's and get a body anymore fairly cheap. They're already all been bought up. So I'm gonna try to not crash this dude, but you know, if you guys watch my videos, you'll know that that's what I'm good at, wrecking things. So put that with the remote there, get this dude out. So when you're plugging these in, guys, you always want to make sure that this open side here goes to the top, and of course channel 1 for turning, and your servo and stuff. Get a small piece of tape on here. I don't use the gyro really on these, so I probably wouldn't even really have to tape it down as well as I do, because I don't use the gyro, but I don't want it to break either, so we'll get it in there. This box is smaller than it looks, so I'll do the best I can here. Take it back out for just a second, guys, because I want to make sure it's bound to the receiver here. So give me just a second, I'll be right back. Well, I've got these leads that I've made up here that I'll have to use with this motor. So we'll just plug these dudes in real quick. Make sure everything works before I get it all in there. I'll put this battery on here for now. Alright, let's turn it on. Alright, so we know now that it's not bound to the receiver. So we'll take our little deal here. One push. There we go. And now it's bound, guys. All right. So let's get her stuck down in there. Now that we know it's bound, try to sort all this out. All right, guys, I'm gonna button all this up and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we got it back together. We're gonna go down to this little test spot that I got, and we're gonna do some testing with it, make sure that everything is good to go. We got the radio installed, and then we'll try to button up some of this other stuff. Had to make some adjustments where the stock Arrma stuff screws in. We had to cut those things off, and so we could stick the ESC down. But everything seems to be working right now, so we'll get the body on and we'll head over there and see if we can make a couple runs with it, guys. Got everything installed on the Vendetta. We're going to run it just like we ran it the last time. Same 4S battery. Matter of fact, it's the exact same battery. I haven't done any charging to it or anything. I do have another one here that's fully charged, but I want to see if the ESC makes any difference with the same 4S battery in it. So we're going to wait for some satellites here. I do need to turn this dude on and alright, so it's calibrated, it's on. We got some satellites here, so see if we can make this dude go down the road. See what it'll do. The only worry I have now is the tires. I don't know that they'll handle it probably on 4S, but once I start running it on 6S, I don't think these 11s are gonna do it. So somebody told me that you can send your rims off to Gone Bananas and he'll put some on there, because these are custom, well, they're sized for the car. So all right, guys, so we're tracking. Let's see what she'll do. I'll try to get her going straight. I just put this radio on, so steering is reversed, so we'll fix that real fast. Oh, she took a... see what that was. That was only 76, guys. I think I'm going to go down to the other end there, come this way and see what it does. Alright guys, well, I'm going to run down there and get it. I ran it off the road down there, turning it around. Alright guys, well I went down there and retrieved the car. I've never blown a diff in one of these 3S cars, even the bashers, as much as they've been beat on and just hammered on. I've never blown a diff in one. I think this diff might be blown. It's free right now, and I thought it was just cogging really bad, but there it is. It locked up, see? And now it won't move frontwards or backwards. It's locked up. But if I turn just this back wheel here for a second, now it's free again. Now it's locked up. So I'll get it back to the house and we'll take it apart and we'll try to figure out what's wrong with it. But whatever it is, it did make it hot. And I didn't go in to the ESC and remove the safeties off of the ESC, so probably a good thing I didn't on this run, because it did get hot. You can hear the fan is on, but I think it went into thermal protection. So anyway guys, we got it all soldered up, we got everything switched out, made one run, 78 miles an hour I think it was. So at least we know it works, and we'll take a look at that diff and see if we need to switch it out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching guys. Y'all have a good day.